is Marco Cavallaro. I'm one of the Swiss national contact points for the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions, in short MSCA. In this video, I will explain the basics of the MSCA Staff Exchange, called 2025, and how Swiss organizations can participate. Before I go further into details, I wish to introduce you to the U-Research Network and our services. U-Research is a non-profit organization with a mandate from the Swiss State Secretariat for Education, Research and Innovation to support applicants in Switzerland in their participation in European projects. As national contact points, we know the details of any updates of a specific part of Horizon Europe, while the advisors in the regions have the overview of funding opportunities and as well as in-depth experience on the implementation of EU projects at the institutional level. So for this reason, please also get in touch with our colleagues in your region, either at the grants office of your universities or with company advisor in case you are from the non-academic sector. You may have heard the good news. With the activation of the transitional arrangements between Switzerland and the EU, organizations based in Switzerland can apply again as beneficiaries in Horizon Europe as of the 2025 calls. For the staff exchanges, as in most collaborative projects in Horizon Europe, this implies that Swiss organizations are now considered eligible for receiving EU funding and can even coordinate projects. Now that you know who we are and how Swiss organizations can participate, let's come back to the funding schemes. So in a few words, the staff exchange aims to promote knowledge and skill exchange among research staff across countries, sectors, and disciplines. The staff exchange call is open to all fields of research and innovation, meaning that there are no predefined topics, and what counts is really the quality of the project that promotes research and innovation through mobility of staff between organizations involved in research activities. It is one of the most international funding schemes in Horizon Europe, since it promotes not only staff exchange within Europe, but also beyond. The staff exchange program is implemented through what we call Secondments. These are temporary assignments where staff members from one organization are sent to another organization within the project consortium to acquire new skills and learn new techniques. All exchanges must, of course, fit into the overall goal of the project. It is important to note, however, that this funding scheme does not fund new recruitment, but provides a financial top-up for staff that is already employed to undertake these secondments. You may now wonder who can actually go for secondments. So we are talking about researchers at any career stage, from doctoral candidates, postdoc researchers, and also professors. We have also administrative and technical staff who support research activities who can also go on secondments. So to be eligible, staff members must have been employed at their sending institution for at least 1 month prior to their first secondments. Not all secondments are eligible for funding. There are criteria related to the country and also to the sector, meaning whether the organization is in academia or outside of academia. So first of all, the status of the country in Horizon Europe has to be considered. We have first all the member states of the European Union and the countries associated to Horizon Europe, such as Norway, Turkey, and the UK, who are all eligible to receive EU funding. And for this call, we can happily add Switzerland, as we are now in the process of association. Third countries non-associated to Horizon Europe are in general not eligible to receive EU funding. However, there are exceptions for third countries in the category of low and middle income countries. So, for example, secondments between Switzerland and Ghana are eligible for EU funding in both directions. So to check whether a country is considered low and middle income or not, you can refer to the official list of participating countries. And finally, we have the third countries not associated to Horizon Europe and that are not included in that list of low and middle income countries, such as the US, Brazil, or Japan. Partners located in these countries are not eligible to receive EU funding. Only the secondment from the beneficiaries to this third country can receive EU funding. So for example, from Switzerland to Japan. Any secondments from these high-income third countries to the beneficiary, so from Japan to Switzerland, is not eligible for EU funding. So in such cases, funding should come from the Japanese organization's own funding or from national funding if there is any. Because some third countries have national funding that is specifically dedicated to the staff exchanges. And to find out, you can check the document summarizing the Horizon Europe complementary funding mechanism in third countries. Well, secondments between third countries are just simply not eligible for EU funding. One of the goals of this scheme is also to promote knowledge and skill exchange across sectors. So this is the second criteria regarding the secondments. So secondments that are within the same sector, so within academia or outside of academia, are possible but should not be more than 1/3 of all of the planned secondments. Moreover, they need to be interdisciplinary if the secondments are between organizations located in the EU member states or countries associated to Horizon Europe. For a categorization of the discipline, you can refer to the MSCA keywords document. Please note that the interdisciplinarity rule for the same sector secondments does not apply to secondments with third countries. One last requirement is about the composition of the consortium. The minimum requirement is 3 independent legal entities from 3 different countries, and at least 2 of these organizations must be from a different EU member states or associated countries. If all participating organizations are from the same sector, either academic or non-academic, there must be at least 1 organization from a non-associated third country. So a consortium only composed of universities in the UK, Spain, and Switzerland in this call will not be eligible. To be eligible, they can include a partner from a third country, like, for example, a university in Canada. If all participating organizations are from EU member states or associated countries, at least 1 must be from a different sector. So a consortium that is only composed of universities in France, Germany, and Switzerland, for example, will not be eligible. And to be eligible, they can include a company, for example, from Switzerland. In total, a staff exchange project can last up to 4 years and have a total of 360 person months of secondments that are planned. The secondments must last between 1 and 12 months, but they can also be split into several stages, providing quite some flexibility for participants. Funding for staff exchange is based on unit contribution defined in the MSCA Work Programme 2023-2025. So there is a total of €5,010 for each month of secondment per person. So we have €2,710 as a top-up for the regular salary of the staff member secondant. And here there is no country correction coefficient that applies. The same amount is given independently from which country the researcher is seconded. So please keep this in mind when preparing the application. Then there is €1,300 per month of secondments reserved for research, training, and networking activities related to the project objectives, and €1,000 is left for the management and overheads. Staff exchange is one of the actions with the highest success rate within MSCA, typically between 30 and 40%. So the financial contribution is smaller than other MSCA schemes, as they serve another purpose, but I would say that the main benefits are the training and the skill development of your staff members, establishing or consolidating collaborative networks, also for future projects, and the transfer of knowledge across sectors. The MSCA Staff Exchange Call 2025 has a deadline on the 8th of October 2025 at 5 p.m. Brussels time. You can find all the relevant documents on the Funding and Tenders portal, such as the MSCA Work Program, the Guide for Applicants, and the Standard Application Form. You will also find the documents I mentioned earlier in the description below. If you are an applicant in Switzerland and have questions related to the call or are unsure of something, you can contact us. We can also review your proposal before the submission. We offer this service on a first-come, first-served basis, so please make sure to contact us quite well in advance. So with this, we wish you now all the best with your application.